Sorry for that little glitch in the beginning. I forgot to share the live on Twitter right away, so I had to log off for a sec and then hop back on. As usual, if you're here, my friends, please kindly say hi so that I know that you're here. Don't be shy. Say hi. How's the connection, my friends? Can you hear me and see me normally? No glitches, nothing like that? TNBH, hello, my friend. How are you? How's your day going, guys? G Nasser, hello, my friend. Rafael Allah, hello. Kevin D, hello. Kavir Maharjan, hello. Adrian Mislimi, greetings from Vienna, Austria. Beautiful place, my friend. You're lucky to be there. Greetings to you, too. How's everyone doing? Clarence, hello, my friend. Hello, everyone. Welcome. The bad weather at home in Freiburg. Yeah, I do not like bad weather. Unless, I like rain and whatnot when you're inside the car or you're all cozy at home, and there are these gusts of wind and you're all warm and cozy, sipping a nice caramel cappuccino, Then I like it. Otherwise, when you're outside, I don't like it, yeah. Hey, Muhammad S. Ayaz, how are you, my friend? How's everyone doing? You guys are pumped? Are you enjoying seeing these pumps? Alba Xrp, hello, my friend. Henrik V, hi from Copenhagen, hello. Greg, man, I need to come to Dubai. Yeah, definitely come to Dubai. If you're here, let me know. On Twitter, just hit me up, DM me or something. Sometimes, unfortunately, I don't see it right away because I get a lot of DMs, and if I don't open them like the same day, like the other DMs drown. So just a couple of times, 2-3 times, send me a DM, and I'll definitely see it. And they can definitely meet, go get some coffee or something. At this point, I can show you around town. Noyoni, good morning. How are you, my friend? Good, thanks. Any analysis soon from you? Yes, of course. Okay, my friends, we've got enough people. So let's talk about what's happening in the market. Once again, we had XRP pump to 58 cents, and now it's retraced back to 52 cents. It's taking a little pause. A lot of people are very excited. Bitcoin is up roughly nearly 100%. It pumped from roughly $15,000 to $29,400, somewhere around that. You got a lot more activity. I've noticed that I'm getting more followers. I'm noticing that other people are getting more followers, which means that interest in crypto is back again. The reason why it's back, we spoke about this earlier, if you're my patron, we've also been speaking about this for a while, that whenever basically we start getting green candles and everything is pumping, interest is sparked all the time. All of a sudden, people are interested once again, which is bad for the people who are coming in, for the people that are piling in. Just today I tweeted also, if like much earlier, months ago, I tweeted that a lot more people will buy Bitcoin at 30,000 than they did at 15,000. And today I retweeted that tweet saying, if you're buying now at $29,000, ask yourself why I didn't buy much closer to $15,000, right? Unfortunately, it's this typical retail behavior, when everything is down, when Bitcoin is down roughly 80%, nobody's showing interest. Only just a select few individuals like us who are into crypto, who understand how market cycles work. But the overwhelming majority, which is exactly why 80% of investors and 80% of people who ever invested in crypto lost money statistically, according to CNBC, well, that's exactly why they lose money, because you see, now they're piling in and buying a $29,000 Bitcoin. I would never buy Bitcoin at $29,000. It's just too way expensive. If you're my patron, you know what our entries were, you know what the Monia spreadsheet is. I've got enough Bitcoin, I've got enough of other coins that I've diversified into, and if I'm ever going to add, I'm only going to add if the market crashes further and we get new lows. If we don't, bags are packed, we're doing very well. We've got a lot of different coins with different narratives, with different use cases, meme coins, gaming coins, you name it basically, right? We've got everything. We're well diversified. We're not favoring one bag over another. We have some risky plays. We have much safer plays. We have small caps, mid caps, blue chips, macro caps. We have everything basically. And all we got to do right now is be patient. I am doing a little bit of trading on the side with XRP. So if you're interested about that, once again, follow me on Patreon. I'm going to leave a link down below once this live is over, so you can join. Other than that, yeah, I'm just holding. Doing a bit of trading with the XRP current. It's a swing trade. I'm going to be waiting. A lot of people also, this is the thing, a lot of people are incapable, once they sell, if the coin goes higher, they start foaming and they buy it back higher, which is also exactly why 90% of traders generally lose money and 95% of day traders lose money, because the number one problem with investing and trading is that a lot of people don't have the emotional capacity not to FOMO. They can't embrace the fact that they miss out on something that they sold. But once you sell, if you're trading and you just sell a portion that you're comfortable with, well, for example, I sold a portion that I'm comfortable with, it's very simple. I don't feel uncomfortable about it because my amount of XRP that I have is huge. I've been here, predicting 30 and 10 cents back in the last cycle, and that's where I was accumulating in that range, right? I was waiting for a very long time to accumulate that range, setting money aside, and so I have a lot of XRP. For me to play around with that is not problematic. I do not have any emotional attachment to any of my bags. I understand that every single coin, be it XRP, be it Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other coins that I'm not going to name, because once again, people pay to know which coins are in my portfolio. But the point being, I'm not emotionally attached to any bag. No coin is special, no matter how great the team, the utility, use case, the narrative. To me, it doesn't matter. I see every single coin for what it is. If you look at every single chart of any coin historically, and then read about their utility narrative, you'll see that they all have something in common. And that something in common is that they all crash very hard once the pump is over. So our job is to identify good utility narratives, not utility itself, because it doesn't matter, narratives that people will believe in, where they have good teams, and basically they have successful marketing and a community that you believe will grow. We invest in that, we wait for the huge pumps, we sell, and we get out before the huge dumps come, because eventually every single newcomer understands that, well, not every single one, which is exactly why a lot of people still haven't made money since 2016, but eventually a lot of newcomers understand that the whole utility narrative is just a bunch of nonsense. If it wasn't, coins would not be crashing 90 and 99% and 80% during every single bear market, but they do because utility does not matter. Markets are speculative. In the bull market, we're driven by hype and happiness and joy and green candles and FOMO. And that's when you basically wait and sell everything. And then in the bear market, when everything has crashed really hard, roughly 80 to 90%, everything's driven by fear. End of the world, crypto is dead, Bitcoin is going to zero, other coins are going to zero, all that. That's when you start ignoring all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the bad news, the institutional machine, with all their headlines and news articles, and you just start dollar cost averaging and pounding new lows with equal amounts of money and diversifying into different coins with different narratives. Baz, hello, my friend. Hello, Sergio. Recommendation for someone that started to follow the spreadsheet plan in late 2 months. That would really have to, you would really have to tell me when you started dollar cost averaging and diversifying, my friend. So therefore, hit me up on Twitter in the DMs and tell me exactly what you're doing. Thanks for your work. Thank you for being part of it, my friend. So tell me exactly which positions you executed. But right now, what I can tell you from the top of my head, you look at the millionaire spreadsheet. If the entries are roughly there, give or take, because like I keep reiterating, you don't need perfection, you just need rough estimates. If it's roughly there, you execute in accordance with the plan, with the amount that you're supposed to execute. If it's not there, and the difference is already big and significant, you missed out. You do not force entries. You just do not force entries, because that's called emotional investing. And the moment you start doing emotional investing, you're going to pay for it. Don't develop bad habits, my friend. Don't develop bad investment habits. Crypto Richner, hello, my friend. How are you? CJ Mueller. Oh, I remember you, my friend. Sub from South Africa. Always good to listen to you. Hello, my friend. Hope you're having a good time in South Africa. I hope to visit someday. Heard a lot of good stuff about, the nature and whatnot. Do you, Chantilal Zanwar, do you expect XRP to pump soon? Do I expect it to pump soon? No, I just spoke about this yesterday. I believe that we're still in the consolidation stage. I believe that there's going to be volatile chop here and there. Do I believe that we can pump to something like 60 something cents? Yeah, of course. Do I believe that we can retrace afterwards to something like 30 something cents? Yeah, of course. Do I believe that it's possible to go lower? Yes, of course, because right now we're not in the bullish phase of the cycle. XRP historically only moves together with the rest of the market. There's been no exception so far, except once, which was basically when Xrp At went live, it pumped 210%, and thereafter it crashed roughly 80% again. So it was an unsustainable pump based on speculation and nothing to do with utility. Once again, that just shows you that utility does nothing for the coin long term. Xrp At going live was a huge utility narrative. Everybody was saying that 589 is coming. It literally just pumped 210% and then crashed to 10 cents. So please do not buy into the utility narrative. Utility narrative is good to understand, once again, analyze whether or not people will believe in the utility narrative and invest in that coin. It's good to have a utility narrative in your coin because it just makes it easier for you to identify what people will believe in. Because the truth is, since we're little children, we all like to hear beautiful fairy tales, how, basically this and that happened and somebody saved the world or changed the world. So we all love, on basically instinct level, we all love a beautiful story where basically some coin is going to change the world and change the financial system or change the way cross-border payments are done or change gaming and all that. And maybe somewhere down the road in 10 years when the market stabilizes and regulations really kick in, it will do something once the crypto will become much more regulated and therefore stagnant. But until then, you can just see for yourself that no coin has changed anything just yet. The best utility coin out there with the best team, which is XRP, still hasn't done anything in this world. And they have partnerships or working with banks and whatnot, right? They've got an amazing team. And I've got nothing but respect for Ripple, and I'm part of the XRP community, But the point I'm trying to make is even a coin as good as that is currently at 50 cents, basically. You know what I mean? And the all-time high was at $3.84. After pumping to $3.84, it crashed to 10 cents. On some exchanges, it even touched high 9 cents, back in the day. So, yeah, my friends, I'm always going to be transparent. I'm always going to be honest with you because we're here to make money. I'm not here, like I said, I don't create content for the sake of creating content to make money off the content. I create content when it's necessary. I create content that creates money. That's the whole point. Because if you're just going to be a hype man and talk a whole lot of nonsense and keep making these promises and keep talking about this crazy stuff, years down the line, long term, you're not going to last. But if you're an honest person and you actually help people make money, and you make money yourself, and you show them how market cycles work, and you explain certain things that a lot of people don't want to hear, but once they embrace them, they'll start making money. Long term, you only get more followers, you're only liked more, and you just do better. So it's always better to be honest and straightforward. Ingenborg, you're still holding XRP for the real bull run, right? This is only a relief rally, right? Yes, my friend, of course, I am holding most of my XRP for the bullish phase of the cycle, which I don't believe is going to come anytime soon, personally. So, of course, yeah, I'm holding my XRP just like I'm holding my other coins. I'll add if we crash hard and we get new lows. If not, I'm just going to hold and wait for the euphoria stage of the market, the last 200 to 300 days of the cycle, where everything starts going parabolic and crazy up, like, you start getting insane candles every single day practically with corrections here and there. Yeah, that's when I'm going to start selling XRP and the rest of my coins. Hello from Croatia, 2 more years waiting. You are the best. Thank you, TT. I appreciate that, my friend. You guys are the best. TT, what do we do with money for entries, but we didn't get the entry? Do we have to invest it later? Or thank you. Okay, I got your question. No, my friend. If you missed out with those entries, you do not. In the Patreon, I do have the $99 tier where there are high risk, high reward coins, which I still believe can be bought and purchased. Some of them have pumped already a lot, so if they're, they're up 200, 300%, do not, of course, buy them. But some of them haven't moved yet a lot. So if you want to buy more coins, put little amounts of money into these coins, and a lot of them will pump very hard and deliver 50 to 100x profits, in my opinion, and a lot of them will go to zero, which is why there are currently 23 coins, and there are going to be more. I'm doing my best, using my strategy to identify these projects which I believe can deliver huge gains and losses. But I can promise you this, once again, I'm not one of these people who sits there telling you that every single coin is going to deliver. The way it works is this. Sometimes you're going to miss some entries, sometimes you're going to miss some exits, sometimes some coins are going to pump very, very hard, and some coins are going to go straight to zero, and other coins are not going to pump well at all. It's just the reality of crypto and investing. We have to be aware of that, which is exactly why we have the strategy that we have of diversification, not favoring one coin over another, which is why exactly the $99 tier is there, to get a lot of different coins with huge potential, with different narratives in AI and gaming, meme coins, finance, DeFi coins, you name it basically. They're all there to enhance our chances of nailing huge runs. Excuse me. Would you ever sell all your XRP? Of course. I would sell. My problem is with XRP in the last cycle, because I expected much bigger targets, but since SEC intervened, even since I was buying around 10 cents, I sold some at 59 cents and bought back lower with a portion of it. But with all the other coins that delivered, I sold everything. If you've been following me on Twitter, I keep retweeting it nonstop, the stuff. I was actually back then sharing on Twitter, not on Patreon alone, how much percentage every single coin I sold, where I set the stop losses, the trailing stop losses, and where I got out, And it never needs to be the top. Like, for example, I believe my worst exit for Bitcoin, let's just take Bitcoin, I believe it was like 43,000, because 47 or 48,000 didn't hold, which is still amazing when you were buying with me around $3,600 to like $6,800, somewhere in that range I was buying, So if you're still selling at around $43,000, you still got amazing profits. And another thing about profits that's very important to understand, so far in every single cycle, and I've been there for 2 cycles, this is my 3rd, I've never made the amount of money that I hoped to make, but I always made a lot of money, and I always made life-changing money. So do not set a specific goal in your mind, a dollar value that I need to make $500,000 a cycle, and then you're looking at your portfolio up to, let's say, 250 G's. Just sell everything, save yourself the headache, don't be greedy, get out and just ignore further pumps. Even if everything does another 20, 30x, it doesn't matter. You just made life-changing money. You get out and you wait for what always eventually comes, huge major crashes, just like in this cycle. When I was selling Bitcoin, the best sell target I believe was at 65, and then 57, 58. People were telling me, what if it goes lower, Rob? Yeah, I kept reiterating that the risk reward is not worth it, right? I'm not going to risk 1,500% profit for another potential 100, 200% pump. So even if it went to like $150,000, the risk reward was no longer worth it. And I was completely aware of the fact that it can climb much higher. But I personally always believe that it's going to top out around 60 to 85K. 69 was good enough for me. That's why I said the risk is no longer worth it. I got out, and I'm going to do the same thing in this cycle. I keep reiterating, my friends, nobody is perfect. It's just the difference between me and others. I guess I admit that I'm not perfect. I do not chase tops and bottoms. What I do is I buy low, sell high, buy a very low, sell very high. That's it. That is good enough. That changes your life a lot. If you came into the cycle with $10,000 and you walk away with $150,000, $250,000 in one cycle, you get out, because the next time you turn that roughly $200,000 into millions of dollars in the next cycle. So you have to be aware of that. Yes, it takes more time, but it's a much safer play. It's a much better method that I've used to change my life, but the risk is much less. So does it really make a difference? Of course it makes a difference, I get the point, but what I'm trying to say is, does it really matter if you made $250,000 or $500,000? It's life-changing money. That means in the next cycle, this is going to be millions of dollars either way. And once you made millions of dollars, that's it, you can retire for life. Hello, Rob. Hello, Crypto Coffee. I'll be coming to Dubai in October 2023. Hope to see you there. Absolutely, my friend. If you're here, just let me know. If you're here in Dubai, just guys, let me know. We can always do some kind of get-together, go somewhere, chill somewhere. I'm always happy to meet new people, especially from crypto, especially my friends and followers. I prefer TEL. I don't like XRP. Zoom Coco. My friend, that's the wrong mentality. You see, I don't see it that way. I don't see... I don't shut my mind off to different coins, you shouldn't think that way. You should just be in both. Raphael L. Rob, can you do a recap of different Patreon subscriptions and what is the best for different type of people? Absolutely, my friend. So if you basically got only around $10,000, go with the Millionaire spreadsheet and stick with a $5 a month subscription because you're going to be getting all the updates. That's my main portfolio. I've got over 90% of my portfolio in the Millionaire spreadsheet. You're going to be getting constant market updates whenever I feel that an update is warranted. You can just stick with that. It's only $5 a month, and the whole point is so that everyone can afford it, to make sure that you play this market right. Because this time I will not be sharing like I did the last two times what and where I'm selling on Twitter. I'll just post some generic tweets, but on Patreon there it will give you. I'll always mention the moment I exit, with how much percentage I exited, where I'm setting the stop loss, where the trailing stop loss is moving for every single coin. If you just want, in addition to that also, if you want, for example, the newsletter updates, which are a lot more rare, but I do make newsletter updates when I once again feel that they're warranted, and you want the course, the whole video course, and you want the risky coins, and you want the Millionaire spreadsheet and all the general market updates, then you go with the $99 tier. After that, the tiers that are higher are basically the difference is that you get all that and you have direct access to me. You can reach me by WhatsApp. And if you have the highest platinum tier, right now I'm not accepting any new students because I got enough and it's a lot of hassle as it is. You basically get to talk to me for 1 hour, once a week, so 4 times a month, and ask anything you want on a video call and answer all your questions, look at your portfolio and help you with all that stuff basically. That's how it works. Every day these influencers are up talking these coins, but nothing happens. Yeah, Kiko, Natzilla, yes, my friend, there are some influencers like that. The reason, like I keep reiterating, because utility has nothing to do with it, you know? Like you have a lot of people, like for example, I know some people, friends of mine that are into VRA, not that I'm talking anything bad about VRA, but the point is they keep reading these tweets of super bullish momentum and utility, and they ask how come nothing is happening. The reason nothing is happening because utility doesn't matter. Everything pumps in the bullish phase of the cycle. It's just some coins pump much more, some pump very well, some don't pump well at all, and some go to zero. So yeah, you have to be aware of that. Crypto Coffee, based on the crackdown on crypto from all around the world, specifically from USA, do you think next market cycle or this one will deliver good pumps? I definitely believe this market cycle will deliver excellent pumps for sure. I believe, like I said this several times, that this is the last cycle where the little guy can truly take, basically turn 10,000 to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Or the very select few individuals will probably turn that even into millions, but that's very rare. So, and after that, I believe that the crackdown is going to be so intense that that's when cycles are going to start changing, lengthening, being more stable, more slow. Growth is going to be slower. But if you made hundreds of thousands of dollars in this cycle, once again, you'll be able to make millions in the coming like 5 years or a decade or so. You know, so you'll make huge amounts of money where you won't make them anywhere else in this world in any speculative market either way. So yeah, I hope I answered that question, my friend. Igor Plavchuk, I'm sorry if I didn't say that name correctly, my friend. Did you move to Dubai? Yes, I did move to Dubai, my friend. I did. Wonderful place. Honest answer is 900,000 XRP, a big bag. Yeah, 900,000 XRP is a big bag, of course. Yeah, that's a big bag. But you know, don't advertise how big your bag is anywhere, please. The last bull run, Kiko, last bull run, I got in late. This is my last chance. I'll be joining your $99 tier. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome, my friend. I'll be posting the link in a few minutes after I finish this live in the comments section, so you guys can join if you want. Also, you guys, if you're here, please kindly put the like. I forgot to ask you that. That way, I will get more views and more people will see the live. I would really appreciate the like. Thank you so much. So yeah. My friends, right now, do not FOMO, do not buy these green candles. If you missed out, you missed out. It's just the way that it is, you know. Right now, you know, sooner or later there are going to be corrections. A lot of people are going to start doing a lot of emotional stuff because they fall into green candles and then they get scared and start selling red candles. That's not the way it should be done. The way it should be done is that you have to wait for over a year, just like we did the last two times and just like we did now, for Bitcoin to crash 70, 80, 90%, start dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin with equal amounts of money. For alts to crash from anywhere from 85 to 99% and start dollar cost averaging there, diversifying the different narratives. You have to buy the huge, scary red candles like the ones that I just spoke about, when everything is down roughly 85% altogether. And you have to buy only upon new lows, and then you have to be very patient for roughly 2 years, and then for roughly, after that period, for roughly 200 to 300 days, you start selling on the way up, and you start setting trailing stop losses for your entire bag. And once you get out, you do further pumps, and you wait for crashes. And once again, you wait for roughly 85% crashes, and you start dollar cost averaging and diversifying. The whole process is very straightforward and simple. But unfortunately, because it requires a lot of time, people start getting bored, start doing emotional stuff, start believing into certain narratives, start getting scared after huge crashes because the mainstream media nonstop bombards them with scary narratives saying that this is the end of crypto. So a lot of people flock away. The reason why the institutional machine, that's what I like to call it, does it, is because notice when these scary narratives start coming out. They start coming out only after huge crashes, right? The reason why they need this is so that you either sell to make sure that the price falls and therefore they can buy cheaper, or at least you don't buy to make sure that the market doesn't pump higher. Because notice now that even after Bitcoin went from 50,000 to 29,000, suddenly a little good news started appearing here and there, right? So green candles start and suddenly the narrative starts slowly changing, which is exactly why when it's time to sell, just like during every last market cycle, you start seeing news like so many new crypto millionaires. This guy's predicting that Bitcoin is going to 1 million. That guy's predicting that Ethereum is going to $50,000. That guy's predicting that XRP is going to hit $100. You get the point, right? So once you start seeing stuff like that, and suddenly you see that coins are up 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000%, and we've been in this cycle for roughly 1,400 to 1,500 days, and everything is up a lot. You sell, you get it out, you sell everything, no matter if the coin pumped well or pumped very well or excellently or poorly, it doesn't matter. You're out, you sell everything, you get out, and you start awaiting huge crashes. And this is one of the most difficult parts because you will practically never be able to sell the top. It's one of the most difficult parts for me personally, but I always managed to pull it off. So you sold everything, and now you're sitting there, and the market keeps pumping, and you're reading daily that you missed out on this and that, and everything is going to pump so much harder, you're sidelined, right? I can tell you this, that in the last 2 cycles this has happened to me, but it pumps just a little bit higher, and it makes no difference in your portfolio whatsoever. It pumps a little higher, and then it starts, it comes crashing down hard, and then you're like, I made the right decision. It's a good thing that I kept an emotional log. It's a good thing that I followed my rules. I did not FOMO. I did not allow narratives to affect me. I did not allow tweets to affect me. I stuck to my plan. I stayed out of the whole emotional circus, yeah. Is there any good way in order to pay legally taxes but not get ripped off? Here in Cyprus, for example, for personal profit is 35%. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. That's one of the main reasons why I'm in Dubai, because there's no personal income tax, And where I was before, it was 15%, and I was lucky that it's that low. But make sure that you pay your taxes. Please don't mess around with taxes, because the whole point is to make millions and retire. And if the tax authorities, the IRS, are after you, you're not going to have a good time. So pay your taxes. Please don't mess around with that. Thanks, Rob, for your great advices. You're welcome, my friend. Thank you. After the next bull run, how much do you estimate it takes to live in a decent life in Dubai with wife and 2 kids? Heard you have to set up a business to get and stay there. Yeah, so basically, I will tell you this honestly. I am very well off, but it is not cheap. It's definitely not cheap. I would compare it to like Switzerland. I don't know, like Central European places. Like I grew up in Switzerland, and Switzerland is expensive, and Dubai is pretty much the same. It's also expensive, So I don't know, I would say, let me think, I'll tell you how much it cost me to do all my papers and all that. I would say probably roughly around 30K for my family and for me to do the papers, and then also the whole thing with the apartment, and then every single day you have to update the documents, and just living here alone. I mean, you can probably live in a lot more humble manner, but like you said, to feel comfortable, let's see, I would probably not be lying if I said that I spend somewhere around, it depends on what I buy, what I don't buy, right? But probably roughly like 12 to like 17K, and it really depends if I'm buying something or not. Like for example, the very first month that I came here, I did spend a lot, because once again, you have to do all the papers, you have to get a hotel, and when your wife and your kid and all that, you do spend a lot. You know, it's not really the kind of city where it's good for pedestrians, so you have to take a car everywhere. So yeah, I hope I answered that question, my friend. Crypto Coffee, how do you know if a coin will pump 1,000 or 2,000 or even 5,000%? That's why I have my course, my friend. You know, a lot of people for some reason forget, but I keep reminding that I have my video course, right? So if you go on Patreon and you buy the course, you will have to scroll down right to the very beginning of where all the posts are and publications are, and you will find the course. And I suggest that you watch that, you know, like 3 times in a row, then give it a break and watch it a few times more with a fresh mind. You know, I explain all my methods, everything I do there. And the thing is, I use that, and but nothing is perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. So I do have my methods, but for example, in the last cycle, it helped me to predict 7 out of 9 coins, but the other 2 coins, XRP and XLM, I did not get right, you see? So there is no perfect method, but there are very profitable methods. I explain all my technical analysis and how I look at fundamentals and all that, basically. So check it out, my friend. And also another very important factor, in the bullish phase of the cycle, you'll see, if you're going to be on my Patreon, even if you're the $5 subscriber, as long as you're there monthly, you'll see I will be analyzing these things live. That's why I keep suggesting that you join and stay there, because you learn. So the whole point is that you learn, and then you're your own man. You can do whatever you want. You don't need my updates, right? So you just go through the whole cycle once with me. You get the live updates, just like, for example, when the cycle finished, I launched the Patreon. We're waiting for the major crashes. We're waiting for the entries. Took a long time. We executed those entries live. I shared my thoughts live so that you understand how my mind works. And basically, right now, just the same updates on Patreon so you understand how my mind works. And then once everything pumps hard, you will see the reason behind why we're exiting. I'm pretty sure that there was some coins we're going to exit earlier. I'm pretty sure, like I said, every single market cycle is the same, but a little bit different. There's always a little surprise somewhere down the road. So I don't know what that surprise is going to be this time, but we'll see. And you know, if something changes, if I adapt something, if I see that the market conditions are changing, or something is looking toppy and the risk reward is no longer favorable for the bulls and is turning bearish, you'll see why I'll be exiting and what I'll be exiting and where I'll be setting the stop losses. Or live in 4 countries each 3 months and no need to pay taxes. Igor, I'm not sure. Can you even do that? Because as far as I'm aware, unless, if you're a US citizen, then you have to pay taxes either way. But as far as I'm aware, you know, I have spoken to experts on this matter. In my case, if you live somewhere, whatever you live in which country, like the longest you live, that's where you have to pay taxes. Otherwise, you know, if tax authorities of wherever you have your citizenship start checking on you, they can contact other tax authorities, and together they can cause trouble, you know. Ismail Muhammad, hi Rob, it's good to join you live. You're a blessing to us. Oh, thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. You're a blessing to me, guys. I really appreciate that. Thanks for expanding on your Patreon. I thought it's just about the millionaire spreadsheet. You're welcome, my friend. It is mainly about the millionaire spreadsheet. That's my main strategy. But I do a lot of other things, like I said, the high risk plays, high risk, high reward, you know, and all that. The course is a very important factor, my friends. Please watch the course, okay? Scroll down. It's going to take you probably like 5 minutes to really scroll down there, but scroll down there, please watch the course. And right now, since you see how many of the coins, like I said, the other 7 delivered, but the 2 did not, you'll even see it's better now, because back when I was making it, it was only happening, but now you'll see the error in the other 2 coins, so it's even better. You see what went wrong and what went right with the other 7 coins that did deliver. So please definitely watch the course. The course is very important. Thank you, Ingeborg. I appreciate it. So yeah, my friends, just a quick recap. Don't FOMO. Don't FOMO. Don't buy green candles. Be patient. You know, if you're my patron, you know we play the whole cycle. You know how long it takes for these things to play out. You know how long it took in the last cycle for the coins to pump for us to start selling. Then you know how long it took for these crashes to come for us to start dollar cost averaging and diversifying. You know that it's going to take us a long time to wait and be patient to see whether or not we're going to start selling when the market pumps hard, or if it dumps further and we get new lows and we keep accumulating. It's all going to take a lot of time, my friends. Every single market cycle lasts 4 years. So far, the bottom time frame wise and percentage wise did come in where it was supposed to come in roughly, but if Bitcoin makes a new low within these 4 years, that means market cycles are lengthening, and that means that it's going to take us longer to play out this cycle. So far, there is no proof that market cycles are lengthening. The local bottom at $15,400 came in where it was supposed to come in, roughly after an 80% crash, and roughly 400 days in after the crash, right? So let's see. That once again does not mean that we'll start foaming and buying. This is why I keep saying that we don't chase tops and bottoms. We stick to the plan. Crypto is full of surprises. We can wake up in a few weeks and we might be up a lot, or we might be down a lot. And we have to make sure that we can play both sides of the market. So if we pump hard, we'll start selling. If we dump hard, we have to make sure that we have a powder, we have money on the side, so we can keep bringing down an average, so that eventually when the bullish phase does hit, we'll make a lot of money. It's very important. You know, you should not be in the market with all your money anyway. You should never have all your money in the market. Greetings, Berto from Bolivia. Nice to see you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Hope you're well in Bolivia, and thank you for joining. Yes, Ingeborg, I heard about that. I heard that. I forgot, what was it, 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, that if you hold for a certain amount of time, you don't have to pay tax, right? In Germany. Henrik V, hello, my friend. Rob, this industry really captures your soul. What's your advice to stay out of FOMO if you have money on the sidelines and are not a trader? So, my friend, just like me, you know, I have, that's it, I've dollar cost averaging and diversified enough. I have a lot of money in this market at this point, but I also have a lot of money on the side. What I can tell you is that you have to embrace with experience. You'll understand that you will never get every single entry. You will never get every single sell and exit target. You will never probably buy the bottom or sell the top, or if it does happen, it's going to be very rare. You have to understand that we as human beings, we're not perfect. Nothing that we do is perfect. We'll always make mistakes. And crypto is no different, because it's driven by emotions and human beings. How you stay out of FOMO, my friend, you just embrace that we're not perfect and you're not going to nail everything, and that if you start FOMOing, this is a very important factor, if you start FOMOing, you're gambling. That's it. You're not following the rules. You're no longer following the analysis. You're no longer following at least what basically I teach in my Patreon, right? You're gambling. That was an emotional decision, and therefore the outcome is probably going to be emotional too. So let's say even if you FOMO, right? Where do you plan to exit? Is your exit going to be reasonable? Because you see coins have pumped a lot already, right? Bitcoin pumped, for example, 100%. So even, I'm not saying it's going there. I'm just saying, even if it right now pumped to $100,000, right? Your profits would be a lot less than when you bought, if you had bought closer to $15,000. You see what I mean? Will you actually sell for the ROI and for the little percentage gain that it delivers you, because you're late, as basically a late market participant, and you're FOMOing because you want to be part of it? So you have to understand that it's basically like herd mentality. Just because everything is in there and somebody is making more money, there's always going to be someone making more money than you. There's always going to be someone with a better entry than you. But that does not change the fact that, you know, if you start making emotional decisions in gambling, you're going to have a bad outcome. But if you stick to the rules, you're going to make money. And you know, that's already going to be a grand thing, because like I said, 80% of investors lose money. So you're going to be beating 80% of people, and you're going to be beating them quite well if you're in my Patreon. Because so far, like I said, in the first market cycle, I managed to turn roughly $10,000 into hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then hundreds of thousands of dollars into very, very good money. I don't want to put a number on my net worth, you know. So my point is, if I can do it, you can do it. It's just going to take time. It's going to take 2 market cycles. It's going to take a lot of emotional control, but with experience, you'll understand that when you FOMO, nothing ever happens that's good, you know. Maybe you will get lucky 2 or 3 out of 10 times, and then the other 7 times you're going to get wrecked for your FOMO and emotional decision. So if you don't learn from people who have the experience, for example, like me or other influencers who are honest and transparent, and tell you the way that it is, you'll learn yourself the hard way, and it's better to learn the easy way. Rob, so you can only invest 1,000K to the spreadsheet. How much do you think one can make? Just a rough estimate. Ismail Mohammed, are you asking me if you only invest 1,000, how much do I think you can make roughly? Please clarify. Maximilian X, hello, my friend. Thank you for joining, and I appreciate that. Does it make sense to dollar cost average when you still have coins from the last cycle with a high average price? If the coin is down roughly 90%, and you believe in that project, yes, it makes sense. If that alt is down, you know, roughly 85 to 99%, and you believe that it can deliver well, yeah, you can dollar cost average, but in accordance with our strategy, without favoring it over other coins, without investing too much money in it, and whatnot. So. Depends where it is. Is it down roughly 85 to 99%? Then yes, you can do it. Is the project still alive? You know, are there influencers talking about it? Is the project live on Twitter? Do they have updates? Are people making YouTube videos about it? You know, have more coins been printed? How's the inflation? Is it deflationary? Were there like I don't know, 1 billion coins in the last cycle, and maybe now there are 5 billion coins, which means that it's going to be a lot more challenging for the coin to pump hard. You have to be aware of all these things. There are a lot of factors that come into this. Sometimes you just have to let go of certain things and just start accumulating different coins. You can't basically keep prodding a dead body. You know, sometimes you just have to let it go and start investing in projects that have a lot less bag holders, that have a lot more potential, basically, my friend. It's DOT, Ingeborg, it's DOT. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people believe in DOT. If you believe in DOT, you can go for it. But, you know, like I said, if you have a lot of money invested in it, and you have other money to invest into other stuff, what I would do, if you're asking me what I would do, I would not keep dollar cost averaging that bag. I would start looking into other bags, personally. All right, my friends, it's been great talking to you. I really appreciate you taking the time to tune in. I love doing these lives with you. If you're still here, please kindly put a like so I get more views. And just as I promised, going to leave a link to my Patreon in the comments section just in a few minutes once this video is done buffering. Have an amazing day, guys. Don't FOMO. Stay patient. This is going to take a while to play out. Just let the market cycle play out. Don't do anything emotional that you're going to regret down the road. Don't get too excited. Don't get sad if we crash. Don't get excited if we pump. Stay in control, my friends. We're like emotionless computers. Remember that. We're robots. We have no emotion, my friends. CC Charlie, we're still planning to meet when XRP explodes, and we will touch several Starbucks coffees. For sure, of course, my friend, for sure. If you're ever in Dubai, or if I'm in Switzerland at the time and you're in Switzerland, let me know. We'll definitely catch up and have some Starbucks. I would love to do that. Okay, my friends, you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for your time. Love you.